Hi guys, it's Aneka with Pack Eat Repeat. Now, as you know, I love doing DIY themed food and making my daughter's lunchbox look super cute and fun, but I also love crafting. And so I'm gonna do these craft activities for you guys. And as always, because this is Pack Eat Repeat, you can count on a cute themed snack or food to go along with it. So today is another collaboration with my friends, Mama Dares to DIY, Kippy at Home, and Salman, and we've added two more amazing crafters to the mix this week. And that is Chrissy at First Day of Home and Christy from Christy's Crafts DIY. So after you watch my video, after you've pressed the like button and left a comment down below, head on over to their videos and let them know I sent you. You're not gonna be disappointed. I think I have a lot more crafting to do after watching their videos. So this week, we all wanted to get together and see what we could come up with for this dollar store Christmas tree. And everybody came up with super cute ideas, and mine was this cute little holiday gnome. So I'm actually gonna show you how I made another one. I actually made three because they were so cute. I made some for decorations, and then I made a super colorful one for my girls. So stick around, see how I made them, and then see the cute treats that I made to go along with the holiday table that I'm gonna put them on. All right, guys, let's get going. So we're gonna start out with all of our items from the Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna do a white gnome to start with these white Christmas trees. Now you just need to take the ends off the bottom and you can discard the stands that come in the box. Next, we're going to take all the branches and pull them down because we want them all to be pointing all the way down for our gnome. Except for this little piece on top, you can leave that pointing up. And I'm going to do the same process with another Christmas tree because I want my gnome to look nice and full, and these little Dollar Tree Christmas trees can be a little bit bare. So I'm going to combine two together. So I made one side of each tree a little bit flat so that I could stick them together, and then I'm going to use that branch on top to twist around just to hold the two trees together. Now I have a nice full Christmas tree. Next, I got one of the winter hats from the Dollar Tree, and this one came with a little puff on top, so I removed that. And I'm just going to open the hat up all the way. And this is a cup that I got out of the kitchen section of the Dollar Tree. It actually comes in a pack of 3, which was perfect because I wanted to make 3 gnomes. So I'm just going to hot glue that into the hat. And then I'm gonna hot glue the sides of the cup, and I'm trying to pull the hat as tight as I can, just so there won't be any excess fabric hanging off of the bottom. Now that I've done that, I'm going to take some rocks that I got out of the crafts section at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to put them in the bottom of my gnome, and this is just going to give it some weight so it won't tip over. Now I'm going to tuck the rest of the hat right inside of the cup, and I'm just going to put a few dollops of glue in a few places just to be sure that it stays nice and secure. Next, I'm going to get this piece of foam that I got out of the craft section, and I'm just going to glue that right down inside. And this foam comes in this shape, and it's the perfect size to fit inside this cup. So that is an awesome fit. Next, I'm going to take my Christmas tree, and I'm just going to decide which side of the cup I want to be the front and which side of the tree I want to be the front. And then I'm just gonna stick that tree right in that foam and pull it right out. So we're just trying to make a hole because I wanted to add some glue inside to add a little more security to the project. And now we stick our tree back inside after we've put some glue in the holes and let it set. Next, we're just gonna move the branches, and make sure you decide which side is the front of your project, and you're gonna kind of pull all the branches towards that side. And you're just gonna keep fluffing and moving until you get the shape that you want. Now mine is going to be up against a wall, so I'm not too worried about the back, so I'm pulling them all to the front. Next, I got a scarf from the Dollar Tree, and they have a lot of different patterns that you can pick from, so this is a chance to really make the project your own. I'm going to cut off about 3 inches from the bottom, and I'm going to cut off 2 of the tassels at the end. We're going to use that later, so I'm just going to set those to the side. Now I'm going to fold it in half, so this will give me 4 layers of fabric, and I'm just going to make a little half circle, and this is going to be our gnome's hands. Now you don't need to draw this out or anything, just freehand it, and you can make a little thumb if you want to. I don't really like to get that complicated, I just wanted the basic shape of a mitten. Now I'm going to open it up and just put hot glue around the outer edge, put my other half back on, and I'm going to set that aside to let it set. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Make a little half circle with the glue, or I guess it's more of a horseshoe. Put it on top and just set it aside to let it set. Now, while those are cooling down, we're going to start making the hat. So the rest of our scarf that we just cut, we're going to use to make the hat. So you need to fold that in half lengthwise. And I just wanted to make sure it was nice and flat, that there weren't too many wrinkles, but honestly, it doesn't matter much. We're going to cut from the bottom corner of the open side all the way up to the top corner of the folded side. And I'm just kind of going in a diagonal line, and this too does not need to be perfect. You really can't mess this up. As long as you start in the right place and end up in the right place, it'll look okay. So now that we have cut it, we open it back up, and now we have the 2 sides of our hat. So I'm going to use my hot glue gun, and I'm going to glue all along the edges, but I'm going to stop about 1.5 inches to 2 inches from the bottom, and I'm going to leave that part open. And now we have our little open edge at the bottom. So we're gonna let that cool down so it can set nice and hard. And we're gonna get our mittens back out. Those should be done cooling by now. So we're just gonna flip them inside out. And now we have a nice finished edge for our mittens. So once the hot glue has cooled down on your hat, you're just gonna reach right inside and flip it out the other way. And you'll see that you have a nice finished edge on your hat. Now, the portion that we left unglued, we're gonna glue it together now. So we're gonna lay it flat, and you're just gonna make a line of glue and glue that part together. Now once that's cooled down, we're just gonna flip it out the other way, and this way we have a finished edge all the way along our hat. We're just gonna make the rim of the hat, and Because I did mine so chunky, it was kind of unraveling on me a little bit, so I just decided to put a few drops of hot glue right on the inside, and that completely fixed the problem. It was nice and secure. So now we've got our Christmas tree, we've got our hat and our mittens, and we're just going to put it all together. So you're gonna take your hat and just slide it right over the top of the tree, and you have to work it a little bit depending on where your branches are. They might be kind of poking out, but just keep working it and shifting it around until you get the look that you want. I wanted his hat to be kind of flopped over to the side and a little lower in the back, so I just kept working at it until it looked just right. That looks good. So I think I decided to leave it just like that. Now this is a bell that I just got off of one of the ornaments from the Dollar Tree. It fell off in the bag, and instead of putting it back on the ornament, I just decided to glue it on this little guy's hat. Next, we're gonna make his nose. So they have lots of packages of bulb ornaments at the Dollar Tree, and you can decide what color you want. I'm using this sparkly one here just to give it a little bit of bling, but they actually have some that are kind of a rose gold color that look really flesh toned. So if you wanted to use that, you totally could. So I just opened up a little spot in the front right under the hat where I could find something stable to glue the bulb onto, put a little hot glue and push it on there. Next we have to make his arms. So you want to find two branches that are pretty equal to each other on the sides and just pull them out, and we're going to slide his little mittens right on there. And then we're going to use those two pieces of string from the end of the scarf to tie his mittens on. And there we have it. We have our gnome. Now I made this one with a white tree, so I just kind of imagine him to be the grandpa gnome. But this was so quick to make. I made two more while I was sitting there. Now I decided that I didn't want feet on this little guy, but if you wanted to, you could make feet out of the scarf. You could cut the legs off of one of the plushies they have at the Dollar Tree, or they have these ornaments that are just elf legs. And if you choose the right color scarf to make his hat, those would look really cute on there too. So these are my little gnome family members that I made, including a pink one for my girls. They went crazy over it. Now on to the good part, the sugar. I wanted to make treats to echo the shape of these gnomes so that if I put them out for decoration, I could also have some little treats that went along with the theme. So I took some sugar cones and I put them in the microwave. Now the recipe that I found said to put them in there for 10 to 20 seconds, but I found in my microwave I had to put them in for 30 to 35 seconds in order for me to be able to bend them. Now they do come out hot, so be very careful, and you need to watch these closely because it's a very fine line between bendable and burnt. So these do take a little bit of babysitting. So just make sure you have time to stand there and watch them, and maybe don't make them for that huge Christmas party that you're having. Save it for the smaller dinner party that you might have over the holidays. So after those cooled down, they hardened again. I melted some red candy melts and I placed it in a cup deep enough for the hats to fit into. I dipped it right into the candy melt. Now with this color of candy melts, you do want to make sure that you make them in small batches and pop them in the freezer before they start to harden too much, or you'll get some kind of grayish white streaks running through the candy melt. So to keep it looking nice and smooth, you want to make maybe 4 to 5, maybe even 6, and then put it in the freezer, but for only 3 to 5 minutes. If you leave it in there longer, they might crack. Like I said, these take a little bit of babysitting, but I thought they were super cute and totally worth it. Now, after you take them out of the freezer, they look just like this. And I'm gonna pause it right here because you guys, when I took this to the freezer, the whole plate just tipped over. They all fell on each other. My nice smooth coating was messed up, but one of my mottos in life is, you know, when things go wrong, just put some sprinkles on it. Might look messy, but it still tastes good. And I think the ones with the sprinkles actually look adorable, so I'm glad that I put them on there. I also realized that I had a ton of extra red candy melts and I didn't want to waste it, so I grabbed some white fudge covered Oreos and I just dipped them in there, and I'm gonna make some Gnome Oreos. But I wanted to show you guys, these are the white streaks that you might get if you just let them dry on the table, which is what I did with these Oreos because I really wasn't paying very close attention to them. So now I'm going to take some white candy melts and I'm just gonna add some beards onto my little Oreos. The noses are just some M&Ms that I had lying around, and I was just kind of doing it while I was waiting for the hats to cool. So if you want to see how I made these, let me know down in the comments and I'll make a quick little video to show you how I made them beginning to end. So I just put a little beard on my guys, and I thought it might be cute to use a marshmallow as the tip of the hat. I think these look like little Santas and they probably taste delicious. I can't wait till tomorrow to try one. Next, we're going to take our hats and we're going to use some of the white candy melts to add a little trim around the bottom of the hat. Now, I'm just doing a swirl because I think it's quick and easy to do it that way, but you could actually use the back of a spoon or a spatula and just tap all along the candy melts after you put them on there, and that way it'll look kind of like furry trim on the hat. I also added a little bit of the white candy melts to the tip. Now I think these look a lot like Santa hats, and I just happen to have red candy melts, but if you wanted to, you could make these in all different colors for your gnomes. Next, I'm going to take some Starburst that I had. I actually raided these from my kids' Halloween candy because I wanted to give you guys a few extra options if you're just trying to make these at home from what you have. So for some of our noses, I'm gonna use these rolled up Starbursts, and for some, I'm gonna use M&Ms. Now we have all of our components, and all we need to do is put our gnomes together. We add noses, we add beards, and make it a little gnome party.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me, with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire, 'cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh. I'm making plans of what we're gonna do. I feel so blessed that I can be with you, 'cause God knows that I've been longing for you. I just wanna close. You know the stars are shining just for you. Let's take a walk, and we can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh, and in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. Loving so beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents.
Hope you enjoyed this episode of Pack, Eat, Repeat. Go ahead and head over to my friends' pages for more fun with Dollar Tree Christmas products. Mama Dares to DIY, Salmond, Kippy at Home, First Day of Home, and Christy's Crafts DIY. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.